What videos are we talking about?
Also, I need this kind of motivation when yes.
Okay, first of all, copying word is plagiarism. I am like 100% against plagiarism. I can't ever appreciate plagiarized work. I think I would be the biggest rebel if somebody I know does that. I would tell them, dude, take it off, or you give the due credit. So it is extremely important if you're part of the music fraternity to give due credit to the artist, not just somebody who's sung the song, but also the person who's written the lyrics, somebody who's composed it, and the person who's
Yeah.
mixed and produced it for you. Because people usually underestimate the power of mixing and producing music. I mean, those are the people who actually make you sound amazing. So
Sound amazing.
give
Yeah.
the due credit to this important stakeholders instead of stealing away the limelight just because you're the lead singer. I don't believe in all of that. So even if I'm on the stage and I have like people performing with me, I take their names before I take my name, because that's something that even my guru is extremely particular about. She would be extremely annoyed if I don't give the due credit to people who are supporting my music, right?
Makes sense.
So that's extremely important. And other than, like, if you're repeating things, fine. I mean, there are 4 or 5 themes that are extremely close to the millennials heart, and if you're trying to appeal to the masses, 100% go for those themes.
Yeah.
But then again, be honest with it. Everybody, even somebody who does not understand music too much, understands honest music. Like, when something is written with emotions, it hits people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Even if somebody who barely knows about technicalities and whatnot, it hits them, the emotion hits them. So that's the kind of music that I appreciate. It doesn't have to be musically complex or technical, it's just, it has to be honest.
True. Very true. So, would you mind if I share your videos?
What videos are we talking about? Depends.
Vid- videos. Wait,
Okay, let's see. I want to see too. I want to see.
okay, on it. Great. Okay. So, this is the first one.
Oh no, oh shit. Listen, guys, caveat, I was really young and stupid.
Were you?
Dude, युक्ति, you know me, ठीक है? मैं बहुत ही पागल थी यार बचपन में. मतलब it's not like मैं अभी बहुत समझदार हो गई हूँ, but वो अलग level था.
Yeah, and then we have this. I think this is a recent one.
This is a recent life. This is like a little more than a year old.
Yeah. So I think we can watch this first. So this is the band you were talking about, right?
No, no, no. It's just like a duet. It's not the band that I sing for.
एक ना एक शम्मा.
So
Sorry?
where did you perform this?
This was Social Vasant Kunj Ambience Mall.
Oh, nice. So this
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like a event they had, or like
So this show was called 9798, which was basically people like it involved performers who were born in 1997 or 1998. I was born in 98. and they just wanted us to perform anything that inspires us and makes us who we are. So right before I performed this, I had like an entire intro prepared in terms of why I'm performing this song and why is it so important to me, and what contribution it has had in my growth so far.
So you had
So
the flexibility of choosing the song you wanted to choose.
yes, absolutely. So this ghazal is actually by Chitra Singh ji, and "एक ना एक शम्मा अंधेरे में जलाए रखिए" basically means that always have that little sort of light of hope in your heart, and सुबह होने को है माहौल बनाए रखिए, that hold on, सुबह होने ही वाली है, the morning is not too far, like just like stick around somehow. Yeah.
Amazing. So should we continue watching this, or do you want to skip to another one?
We can watch this halfway through maybe, like you can stop it whenever you want to.
I don't mind.
Okay.
अंधेरे में जलाए रखिए एक ना एक शम्मा अंधेरे में जलाए रखिए सुबह होने को है माहौल बनाए रखिए एक ना एक शम्मा
May I tell you, your singing from the starting only, when we were little kids, I would say, it always gets me smiling so much. I remember you going up on the stage in the. Did you sing in the assembly also, na? Once or twice?
Yeah. Couple of times,
So,
yes.
yeah, so those were the days where people used to be like, तेरी तो best friend है ना, तुझे तो पता होगा कितना अच्छा गाती है ये. मैंने कहा भाई, when I discovered it, I was also like overwhelmed by how amazingly you sing and the notes that you hit. I've never heard anybody else hitting those notes that easily, like without any effort. You make it look so smooth and you flow with the notes, I guess. That's what I get.
Yeah, thank you so much. That means a lot. I mean, I'm not used to so much tarif. I'm still like working on a lot of things. So, but really,
No, it's just you float with the notes, and I really thought that one day I'll just hear that Vaishnavi has just become this big star who
shit,
is not accessible.
shit, not there yet. Not there. But let's see.
What was your motivation behind this song we just heard?
Uh, it was basically the first ghazal I ever heard, and the lyrics really, I relate to the lyrics a lot. So
Mm-hmm.
again, like I told you that एक ना एक शम्मा अंधेरे में जलाए रखिए, सुबह होने को है माहौल बनाए रखिए, that बहुत जल्दी सुबह हो जाएगी. The morning is not too far, so don't give up too
Yeah.
easily. Always have that little ray of hope going around, right?
Yeah.
And basically, like throughout college, there were a lot of instances when I felt that I was not good enough, or there was too much self doubt. Too much. It's still there, but not as much as it used to be, right? And I consciously worked on it. So it's basically me coming out of that entire phase of never feeling good enough to a phase of feeling okay, even if I'm not good enough, I'll get there. I have the capability of getting somewhere at least, right? So
Yeah.
that's the little progress I've managed to make, and this particular ghazal sort of like inspires all of that.
Amazing. Nice. I think at this age also I need this kind of motivation whenever I'm thinking of like about even if I'm thinking in general कि life में हो क्या रहा है, like
Mhm.
where you are at and what you are doing. So you always need a motivation to see that you don't have to beat yourself up that much, that you don't even respect the thing that you are doing right now,
Yeah, yeah,
and
exactly.
just I don't know, man, because it's been 2 years of me trying to tell myself that this is the one thing I'm good at, and I'm going to take the whole fuck amount of pride that I can that I'm good at it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there are a lot of people out there, because you are young, people will come and tell you that, you don't know shit
Mm-hmm.
and you can't do this. But but you know that तुमने जितना टाइम उसके अंदर लगाया है वो चीज इतनी ज्यादा तुम्हारे अंदर मतलब मनूवर और मैन्युफैक्चर वो होके इतनी फिनिश प्रोडक्ट में कन्वर्ट हो चुकी है that it's better to put it out in front of the world rather than just thinking about it inside in your mind. That's what I think.
Exactly. Yes, absolutely. So I'm a kind of person who has never been active on social media. Never.
Mhm.
I was always running away from it. But in the past couple of months, especially during the lockdown, I was like, why not? Even if I'm not the best at it, I have something to offer. And
Yeah.
I think I'm capable of having an audience. Then why can't I do it online? So I started with this little things, like I'm still working on it. I don't post a lot on my wall, but I do have those little highlights. It's called
Yeah.
VTZOD. It's just a
Yeah.
concept. It's called VT's end of day. Like, how do I want to end my day after like a long day of work
Work, yeah.
in my
I remember
corporate job?
you announcing it like I'm going to hold live sessions at the end of my day, or just gonna post some videos of me singing at the how I will end my day after work and I want to chill out at the end of the day after the work. That actually,
Yes.
yeah. So I think I was a part of a live also. I don't remember which live was that. But oh yeah, that guy. Yeah,
Okay,
I
okay,
remember.
got it. Yeah. So yeah, I was trying to put myself out there, and for a couple of years I was extremely insecure about I'm not getting enough followers. I'm not the kind of person
Yeah.
who can attract a lot of followers. Then I was like, do I live for followership? Like, does it really mean too much to me? And the answer was no. Music means too much to me. Learning means too much to me. Being my best musician self means too much to me. It doesn't matter if it's not something that gives me monetary support. So I'm just gonna keep that aside and just sing whatever I want to sing for the love of music and do my best, learn my best. Because my livelihood is not dependent on it right now. So I'm just gonna do
Yeah.
whatever I want to do and not care about what the audience thinks. And that helped me
Mhm.
like reach a sort of balance कि ठीक है कभी कभी post कर ले मन किया post कर ले and then don't even open Instagram to check who liked it and who didn't like it.
Oh God, I
Doesn't
do that
matter.
so much.
It doesn't
That is
matter.
true.
Like, dude, you won't believe it. Every time I post something on Instagram, I delete the app after posting it. I check it like 4 days later. Acha,
Are
chalo.
you kidding me? Seriously?
Seriously. Seriously.
Oh God. I mean, deleting the app is like the extreme level of commitment that you need, that I don't have. But I don't look into my app. That I can say. So I have these two other videos of yours. One is,
Okay.
I guess, this is your college, Hansraj College.
Spectacular. Yes. So this is not my college. This is me performing at IIT Bombay for a competition. But yeah, I was in my first year
Okay.
of college.
Haha. Wait. Sorry. Yeah. Continue.
Yeah, so I was in my first year of college. We had gone to IIT Bombay for Mood Indigo to sort of perform and compete there. And I
Mhm.
sort of like won this competition. And this is like a small extract of my performance at Mood Indigo.
Oh, you won the competition.
Hopefully, yeah, I think so.
There's the doubt.
There's
So,
always a doubt, dude. I'm never good enough for myself.
hello, Baba.
आओ हुजूर को
क्या
सितारों
क्या
में चलो
It's fine.
दिल झूम जाए ऐसी बहारों में ही चलो आओ हुजूर को सितारों में चलो दिल झूम जाए ऐसी बहारों
I love the hiccups part that you did.
It's part of the song. I didn't do it on purpose. Just letting you know,
नहीं नहीं
I never get on the stage high or drunk.
well, would you?
Never. Hard and fast rule.
बस ठीक है नहीं I'm just I think this video is the first video that I came across when I was searching for videos online. And then I heard the hiccup sound that you make.
Mhm.
I know it's in the song. I'm just saying.
I had to maintain the sanctity of the song, yeah. I had to do it.
Badhiya, very nice. So
Yeah.
this was the like in the curriculum of you participating in other colleges and performing in the colleges, right?
Yes.
Amazing, amazing. When was your performance when you were little? When was it? What year was that?
Which performance?
On the show,
2009.
2000. Yeah. So I think my last question for the day would be, what directed you towards singing in life? Like, in general, we know that you are a big fan of singing. You will work hard to, if even if you have your own studio, you will be that person who's up all night to produce the banger amount of music labels that we can hear. Yeah. But
Hmm.
what got you into singing? Like, what got you into humming or even like singing?
I was like 2 years old, 3 years old. Whenever I used to listen anything remotely related to music, I used to pick up the tune and hum it. And
Mm-hmm.
that was the first thing. Like music came to me very naturally. It
नहीं क्यों
almost like felt like something that I'd been doing for a really long time, even if I didn't know anything about it. That's the first thing. Second thing is that I was attention hungry. I was like, what is it? Even at like I was 4 years old and I used to think, how do I stand out in the crowd? How do I get myself on that stage and win awards? Like, what is that one thing that would make me different from all these kids who are standing here? Even at 4 years, that was my thought process. And I happened to discover music, and I was like, okay, if this is something that would help me stand out, why not? I'm going to do it full throttle. I would put in my 100% into it, and I'll be someone who has her own like unique individuality, who is known for something at least, right? So that was the like kind of hunger that I had, like ever since I was like 4 years old. Literally nursery, I used to think, where is the attention? I need attention. I want to be in the spotlight. I want to be on the stage winning awards. I want to be on the stage singing in the choir or performing. Why isn't everybody looking at me? And I just had to find that one thing that would make me achieve all of that, and I found that in music. Simple. So I continued pursuing
Ooh,
it.
that is one point of view to look at it. I did not think of that. Nice. That is amazing. So
I
yeah,
guess
it's not
so.
bad. Yeah, it's not bad. So I heard, do you know Ritviz, right? Ritviz is making music these days. He's big on
Huh.
YouTube with his music. He started with AIB and his first music was Ud Gaye. And before that, before Tanmay gave him a spot or not, he wasn't able to like get a hike with his music or his channel wherever he wanted to be. So he told that his journey started with his mother being a classical singer and him like getting into all of this and enjoying the classical sanity of the music and then getting towards the beats that are like in our new generation musics that we are getting and then mixing those two up in a format where we can also relate with the music as well as the people who are listening from a old background can also relate to the music because they hear the classical music in the background. So that
Mhm.
whole journey of him explaining how he got into music and how he like bended both of the musics in a way that they joined, and that was too fascinating for me. That so, do you like that kind of music that's going around?
See, I appreciate all kinds of music, but then again, I'm also very specific about what kind of music I like to
Yeah,
explore into, right? So if you make me listen to a Ritviz
yeah,
song or anything, I would appreciate it. I would be like, "Acha, why would I appreciate? Because I know that every minute of music that you produce, uske piche there are like hundreds and hundred hours of hard work, and that's why I would appreciate it. because I know as a musician कि उसमें कितनी मेहनत लगती है, right? But at the same time, I'll be like, I appreciate old school music. I appreciate old Bollywood music. I still listen to Lata ji, Rafi ji. I listen to Madan Mohan Sahab ke gaane. I listen to Manna Dey. So that's me. That's my personal choice. But I can also appreciate any music just because I know that a lot of hard work has gone into it.
Give your top 3 favorite musics right now. Like from the old times.
From the old times, Asha Bhosle ji, Mohammad Rafi Sahab, and
Name of the song. Name of
Lata
the
ji se
song.
bhi sing. Okay. Right now I can think of Mera Saya,
And,
Tu Jahan Jahan
if it's
Chalega.
possible, please sing a little bit of it also.
Okay, I can sing Tu Jahan Jahan. तू जहाँ जहाँ चलेगा मेरा साया साथ होगा तू जहाँ जहाँ चलेगा मेरा साया साथ होगा मेरा साया मेरा साया मेरा साया मेरा साया कभी मुझे को याद करके जो बहेंगे तेरे आंसू कभी मुझे को याद करके जो बहेंगे तेरे आंसू तो वहीं पे रोक लेंगे उन्हें आके मेरे आंसू तू जिधर का रुख करेगा मेरा साया साथ होगा तू जहाँ जहाँ चलेगा मेरा साया साथ होगा मेरा साया मेरा साया मेरा साया मेरा साया.
Woo! Amazing. Amazing. Bhai, I just got lost singing to you. Oh my God. This is so good.
Thank
और
you.
बाकी का song, one more song that you like.
Like, is there any specific genre you would like to listen to or any language? Because I'm exploring
No,
languages also.
just tell us. No, just tell us the name of the song you like from, let's say, our generation, like this generation, what's going on right now. आज के time का, age का.
This is a Malayalam song. It was released in
अरे
2019
बढ़िया.
and one of the most famous songs in Kerala right now.
Okay.
So maybe I can listen, maybe I can sing that for you guys. I would need a scale for it, so. Okay. ചരാതുകൾ തോറുന്നെന്തേ ഓർമ്മയാ തരാതിപ്പോ ചാരുവാമമ്മകളാ ചുരളുന്നൂരി കുട്ടാക്കൂരിളുൾ കഴിയോളം ഞാനേറിയ ഊ ഊ ഊ ഉലകിൻ കരുണോവാട്ടും തണുത്തോരു പുലർകാറ്റാവീശിരാം ഞാൻ ഉഷസിൻ നനമേ തോർത്താനിരാനും വെയിലായള പാരിലൊരുഞ്ഞാലയലയായി ഞാൻ വരാനിന്നാകാശമാ നിറയുന്നൊരേ കണ്ണീർ കയങ്ങൾ കരഞ്ഞാൻ കരേറിടാ ഊ ഊ ഊ
अरे बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. How did
I
you get
can
into this Malayalam songs and
I don't know. I just heard this song and it really like sort of attracted me, and then I went ahead and read the lyrics like what they meant, and I also watched the movie. So the lyrics basically mean that I will be there with you, like the ray of hope, and I will always be there to sort of wipe your tears away. And no matter how far I am, I'll be your biggest supporter or par. So this movie is basically about four orphans, not orphans, their mom is still alive, but she's not with them. Like four siblings who are basically struggling with the entire concept of parental love and like a concept of family and trying to find like that sort of family wala love.
correct.
So this entire song is like based on that theme, like a child sort of yearning for his mother or something like that.
Very
And
beautiful.
yeah, and the entire concept of the song and the lyrics, they really touched me. Plus I in general love to explore a lot of regional languages. Like right now I can sing Malayalam for you, or I can sing Tamil for you, I can sing Marathi for you, or Kashmiri. I've like explored a lot
I
of languages.
recently watched a Malayalam movie. I don't remember if you know the. I don't think you know the person. Have you seen Zoya Factor? Do you know the person who Dalkir? He's like the. So he produced this movie. He just came out with a new movie. I don't remember the name of the movie, but he was promoting it that much, and it was like number one on Netflix. And I don't know from where I got the spree of watching the Malayalam movie, and I watched it, and it was so beautifully made. It was so simple, and yet it was so catchy. And the music was amazing, like background music they have. It was so good. So I guess all of these regional language that you're talking about has this beautiful connection with them within them that we tend to miss when we are hearing a certain kind of music.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I am very much into regional languages, and not just regional, I just like to explore languages in general when I'm singing, which is why I can sing
Yeah.
in multiple. I try to sing in multiple languages. I don't know how I'm doing, but I try my best to do justice to it.
No, I loved it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's all the questions I had. Do you want to ask something?
I don't know, like, are you gonna release this somewhere? Because that makes me nervous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yay, I get released like for the first time, maybe. That's like a lot of importance. So I'm happy. My day is made. I'm really happy
No.
right now.
You are the only chief and special guest we have for this show.
Yay! Yay! I'm happy. I'm honored. I'm really, really honored to be on your show. And I hope that I've been able to, like, I've tried my best to answer whatever questions you've had. But again, I'm a struggling artist. I'm still like figuring out a lot of things in my life. So I don't know how much, how applicable my learnings would be to all the listeners. But I hope that somehow my perspective would help them. So yeah.
So I think we can end the call here because the recording here because Vaishnavi has been such an amazing sport answering all of these absurd questions I've had like a noob.
Yay!